Žika Petrović was a name known to a small circle of people, mostly in his hometown nestled in the hills of Serbia. He was not famous, not a celebrity or a man of high status, but his story was one that would leave an imprint on anyone who crossed his path. Žika was born in the late 1980s, a time when Serbia was going through great change. His father, a skilled mechanic, taught him how to fix engines and machines, while his mother, a schoolteacher, instilled in him a love for learning and a sense of responsibility. He had always been a curious boy, asking questions, always trying to understand how the world worked, both mechanically and philosophically. As a teenager, Žika's world was shaped by the turbulent 1990s, wars, political unrest, and the hardship that followed the collapse of Yugoslavia. However, Žika was always determined to rise above the chaos. He dreamt of a different life, one not bound by the constraints of war and economic hardship. His love for technology and engineering pushed him toward his studies, despite the struggles his family faced. By his mid-20s, Žika had become an accomplished mechanic and an aspiring engineer. He had learned how to fix old, rusted cars, and his knack for refurbishing broken-down vehicles became his calling card. His skills were in high demand, especially in the growing industrial sector. He was proud of the fact that he had made a name for himself not by connections or money, but through his own hard work and talent. But then something unexpected happened. Žika's life changed on one fateful winter evening when he took a walk along the banks of the river that ran through his town. The cold wind cut through his jacket, and the dim streetlights reflected off the frozen water, casting an eerie glow. He spotted a car, its engine running, abandoned near the riverbank. Inside, a small notebook lay on the passenger seat, half covered in snow. He had no reason to open it, but his curiosity got the best of him. When he flipped the notebook open, he found a set of sketches, blueprints for something extraordinary. The design seemed to be for a machine unlike anything Žika had ever seen. It looked like a combination of a high-performance engine and a piece of advanced robotics. He couldn't make sense of it at first, but the more he studied it, the more he realized the potential of what he had stumbled upon. Žika decided to investigate. Over the following weeks, he retraced the steps of the car's owner, an engineer named Stefan who had mysteriously disappeared shortly after the notebook had been left behind. It wasn't long before Žika found himself entangled in a web of intrigue and danger. The designs in the notebook were tied to a secret project, one that had been abandoned due to a series of tragic events, and which some powerful figures wanted buried for good. As Žika dug deeper, he discovered that Stefan had been working on a groundbreaking project to create autonomous machines that could aid in the reconstruction of war-torn areas. However, some powerful individuals in the government, seeing an opportunity for profit and control, wanted the technology for their own purposes. Stefan, realizing the destructive potential of the technology, had tried to abandon the project. That was when he disappeared. Žika, now in possession of the notebook, had a difficult decision to make. The designs were valuable, yes, but they also posed great danger. He could turn them over to the authorities, but the risk was high. Those in power had a way of silencing people who got too close to the truth. Or he could try to continue Stefan's work, to bring the technology to life in a way that could help his country. But he was just one man. Would it be enough? Žika chose to follow his instincts. He spent the next few years working in secrecy, building on Stefan's designs and advancing the technology. Despite the growing risks, Žika was determined to succeed. He believed that these machines could change the world, help rebuild his country, and prevent future conflicts from taking root. But as he neared the completion of the project, things took a dark turn. The same people who had pursued Stefan now set their sights on him. Žika was forced to go underground, constantly on the move, hiding from those who would stop at nothing to get their hands on the technology. One day, Žika vanished. No one knows what happened to him. Some say he was caught and taken away. Others believe he successfully completed the machines and disappeared with them, waiting for the right moment to reveal his work to the world. And so, Žika Petrović became a legend in his hometown. He was a symbol of what it means to fight for a better future, to work tirelessly to change the world, even when it seems impossible. His story was passed down from generation to generation, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there are those who dare to hope, dream, and act for a better tomorrow. Though Žika's ultimate fate remains a mystery, his legacy lives on in the machines he built and the ideals he stood for, an unsung hero whose impact is still felt to this day.